Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Welcome to the start of another week. Oh my goodness, these weeks are flying by. Here we are in September, the second week of September. And we've been doing a lot of work this summer. All of you that have been here, been part of the community, been a part of the Money Attraction Challenge that we had 2 weeks ago. We've been doing a lot of work, a lot of heavy lifting, and really, excuse me, really taking the time to look at your money and your financial reality from all the angles that I've been discussing. And oh my gosh, just thinking back to the last couple of weeks, we've done so much. So I just want to congratulate those of you that have stayed the course, been on the journey, done the work, been open and just receptive to all the ideas that I've been sharing and really been willing to look at, wow, it's me. It's really me that's creating or not creating the results that I want financially. So, with that, good morning. I see lots of you joining. Good morning to you, Jackie. I see Lisette, Karen, Christophe, Chisa. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. This is my happy place. My favorite way to start the week is with you guys. So thanks for being on. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and tag a friend into this conversation. Share this video. Do all the things that lets the world know that there's a place here every Monday morning where we have these conversations. And we've been talking about money a lot. Obviously, I started at the beginning of August for 4 weeks leading up to the Money Attraction Challenge. Every single week, I gave you lots of tips to work on your relationship with money. And then we went into 5 days of the challenge and we talked about money. And last week we had a conversation. And this week, I'm really putting a cap on it now. So this is I don't want to say the last conversation because obviously our conversations center a lot around money. But what I mean by the last is the train is leaving the station, right? I have done a lot of prep work, a lot of sharing, really been an open book so that you guys could all have an opportunity to see and choose. Is this the way? Am I where I want to be financially? And do I want to continue like this? Or do I want to do what it says? Ask and you shall receive. Ask for help. I've been inviting you guys to come on this 120-day journey and really change your life fast. That's what I want you guys to consider as this is the invitation I've been offering. Do you want to continue to do this your way for a longer time, or do you want someone who has walked the path to show you? And so today is the last invitation for that. I'm just going to make it plain because we start that 120-day journey next Monday, the 20th. So congrats to those of you who have joined. You've said yes, you're on the train. We're getting ready to depart the station. I'm so crazy excited for you. I literally think of it like you're on this train, you're on a journey, and all you're going to be saying as you're going through life from this point is, wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. Wow. That's what life is going to become like from this point once we leave the station. So I'm really excited for those of you that have said yes. Congrats. We're departing soon. And this morning, those of you that have been on the fence, you've been thinking about it, this is your last call. All right. So with that, I see Sandy. I know Sandy is part of that group that's going to have her life change. Congrats, Sandy. And like I said, this morning, I just want to put a capstone on this conversation. I want to really have you guys think about this very powerful idea. And that is the title I had for this live is Not Manifesting Money. Here's why. If you've not been manifesting money, here's why. And the thing that I love about conversations like this is that there's no guesswork left after we have this conversation this morning. You never have to sit again and wonder, why isn't it working for me? You will never have to waste a second thought ever again with that. Just imagine how much time you've spent sitting. What else do I need to do? Why not me? Why can't I do this? Why do I procrastinate? Why do I all these things with money? Never again have to spend another second trying to figure that out because I'm going to give you the answer right here, right? So if you're not manifesting money consistently the way you want it, um, with ease, the way I know you want it. Because I know if you're watching this live, you're not about signing up for struggling and grinding and working your behind off and living life working like crazy, right? So if that's what you've been doing and you're wondering, gosh, it's happening for everybody else, why not me? If it's not consistent, your income isn't flowing consistent, if it's not at the level that you want it to be, if it comes and then it goes, all those things that keep you awake at night wondering why. Here's the thing about manifesting, and you might want to write this down. Manifesting is simply a result. And what does it mean to manifest? To manifest, to understand what's happening to you, you need to understand what it means to manifest, right? So to manifest means to make something real. To manifest means to make something real. But the other part of that is manifesting is a result. This is the greatest news you've ever heard, ever, because it makes it so simple. Manifesting is a result. It is the result of what is impressed upon your subconscious mind. Manifesting is the result of what has been impressed upon your subconscious mind. So if you're looking at your money patterns and your money behavior and the way money flows to you and how much you have right now and all of those things, it's really simple to figure out. Just reverse engineer it. Are you guys following me? Can you give me some hearts or something so I know that you guys, like, you got it? It's really, remember I told you, it's not rocket science. It's actually really simple to figure out what's going on. Solving that might take the need for some support and some guidance, but understanding what's going on is not hard at all. It's really simple. So reverse engineer it. Look at your money patterns and what it will tell you, clear as day. It will tell you with precise, like a crystal glass mirror. This is what's going on in your subconscious mind. This is the result that's happening in your reality financially, is simply a reflection of what you're thinking about money. So I said during the challenge that it's your money story. Your subconscious makes your money story true. You guys, you might want to type that. My subconscious makes my money story true. That is the simplicity of this manifesting deal. It's your subconscious. It's what you're thinking. It's what you've been feeding it. It's the story that it's telling itself over and over and over again that it makes real. And so we don't have to look too far for a why or try to understand or dig it out or do any of that. It's not really complicated. It's very simple. My financial reality, the things that are happening in my money situation, is simply a result of what my subconscious is thinking. It is simply manifesting, is simply a result. Easy. And it is the result of the thoughts that have been impressed upon your subconscious mind. The good news about this, this is not doom and gloom. It's not a doom and gloom conversation. It's actually a really exciting conversation. The good news about this, oh my gosh, it says in the Bible, be born again. What I love about understanding that is at any moment, doesn't mean I have to go back into my mother's womb and come back out. Be born again by the renewing of your mind. What that means, at any moment, like literally right now, you can choose to start changing your subconscious thought. Do you realize what that means? Whatever your life has been like up until this point, because of the thoughts and the stories you tell yourself about your money, in this moment, you can begin to change it. Just like that. You don't need a new job. You don't need a new business. You don't need to win the lottery. And you need nothing more than to begin to change the way you're thinking. And what is manifesting? The result. Manifesting is the result of the thoughts that you feed your subconscious mind. So what that means is if you start to do this work and you are committed to changing your subconscious thought, it must, write that down. Guaranteed. Like literally, you guys type it because I need to know you got it. It must. It is guaranteed that if you do this work and you are committed to changing your subconscious thoughts around money, it must manifest in your physical reality. That is the greatest news you've heard since sliced bread, because that's how easy it can be. Or let me say, that's how simple it is. Fact, it is that simple. Commit to changing your subconscious thoughts, and it must guaranteed show up and manifest in your physical reality. It cannot happen any other way. You can't think thoughts of abundance consistently and feed that to your subconscious mind and see lack. It cannot happen. Your life is a mirror reflection of your thoughts. You guys like getting that? I love it. I absolutely, it must. Yes, guaranteed. So want to ask you this morning, I want to ask you to think about this, because we're very aware, most of us, I feel, we're very aware of a couple things. We're aware that we have some subconscious thoughts that don't support what we want to experience financially. So I just want to play the imagination game for a second today. I want to ask you, what would it feel like? What would it feel like for you if you lived on autopilot? You know how I don't know about you, but I never walk around my house going, breathe, remember to breathe, like get oxygen. Like I don't ever think about breathing. It's on autopilot, right? My body just does it. And I need to breathe to live. So this thing that I need so much to continue to live happens on autopilot. I don't even have to give it a second thought. Can you imagine if you live like that? If your thoughts about money and financial abundance were empowered and it happened for you on autopilot, can you imagine what that would feel like? What would your life feel like that you never again had to, put in like the strenuous effort to keep your thoughts consistently on abundance, or like be saying mantras over and over and have it taped all over your house, because you don't have to. It's like breathing. You have it. It's on autopilot. What would that feel like? What would that feel like for you? I'm going to look in the comments. I want you guys to type that. Like you were just, Carla says, yes, autopilot. Like you were simply just walking around always thinking, here is mine. I'll share it with you. I did a lot of work up front to get to the point where this is autopilot. And when I experience a snag in my finances, all I have to do is go back a little bit, put a little bit more effort into, it's like, something's happened here. I got some past trauma that's coming back up or whatever has been triggered. And I just need to do a little bit more work to get myself back to autopilot. But what's on autopilot in my subconscious? Money flows to me easily, consistently, and in large amounts. Autopilot. I don't write this 10 times a day anymore. I don't have it all over my house, nothing. And in fact, if I get a little snag, I grab my journal and I write it a few times and I think about it for a day, and bam, I'm back to manifesting money, right? So what would that feel like? I love it. Camille says relief, powerful, autopilot, right? Who doesn't want that, Camille? I absolutely love that. Minnie says, I would feel relaxed. Christina Maria says, I would feel relieved. Camille again, giving. Tressie, freedom, peaceful. I absolutely love this. Easy, relaxing on autopilot. That is what's available to you. I don't know how else to say this. I want to know, what would stop you? What stops you from wanting that more than anything else? I mean, apart from your spirituality and your health, and when it just comes to the financial part of your life, what would stop you? What honestly would get in your way of having that feeling all the time? I just want to ask you, do you prefer the way you feel about things, or do you want to experience that vision of living like that? For me, I just realized, I've been thinking as I was preparing for this conversation, is what would it take? What did it take for me to like be committed with everything I had to the work of doing this. And for me, it was time. At the time that I started this journey, my son, let's see, Sebastian is 14 now. So Sebastian may have been about 6 or 7. Natasha was 12. Uh, I was in my late 30s. I was like, when am I going to do this? Like, when am I going to change this? Am I going to wait? Am I going to have us all struggle till I get to 50 and then try to figure it out at that point because they're gone? Like, every reason that I could come up with, I just kept thinking time. So I want you guys to type that word for me. I want you to type the word time because I want you to see it. I want you to type the word time. And I want you to ask yourself, I'm gonna actually wait till I see time coming up in the comments everywhere, right? I want you to type the word time and I want you to look at it because I want it to register for you subconsciously that that's what's at stake here. You are delaying the time where you live the way you just talked about, where you live that peace and freedom and relaxed and relieved and all the things that you talked about. You're delaying having it. I don't know why, but it's time. And so I want to ask you, now that you've all typed time, I love it. You guys are so great. Why is it important that you do this now, that you change this? Why is it important to you? I know why it was important to me. Why is it important to you that you change the money story that is playing out in your life now, not another second, but why is it important that you do it now? That's what I want you to think about. That's what I want you to type. You can look at your money patterns. You can look at the way it is financially. And I'm here to tell you that it can be different. I've done it a bazillion times. In fact, a few days ago, one of my clients messaged me and said, can you help me? I really need this money to pay for something. And I said, okay, you've gone back into the thoughts of the money story where there's lack, right? You know that's not the truth. You have gone back into that money story. Go back to the subconscious mind that you've been building while you've been in this program. Go back to that truth and tell it, not that you need money, but what is it that you have the desire? What is the money going to create for you? And feed it with seeing that as done. And guess what? Within a few days, I saw in our Facebook group last night, she was posting of all these opportunities that came to her where people were literally just showing up to support her, both financially and with opportunities. Why? Because she went back to the subconscious mind. It had done a little thingy and gotten her back down into worry and lack, where it's its comfort zone, because it's meant to protect you. So it had kind of carried her back there. But this is what being in a program is all about, is that you get the support to stay there consistently, right? And literally think about if she didn't have me and she didn't have the community that she's a part of, how long would she have stayed in that place of worry? And it's a very serious thing that she's needing the money for, right? Some legal stuff with her child. So just imagine how long she would have stayed there. And the more she stayed there is the more the subconscious would make that fear true. It would make her fears and worry about lack true. So to get out of it quickly is the secret. And so Jane says, I'm 61 and fed up with struggling. I am committed. I wish I did not have to go to work and could just focus. I absolutely love it. I want to see you guys. I deserve financial freedom. Lisa says, it's important for me now because I'm tired of living week to week and struggling. I'm going to put that up here because I don't know who else feels like this, but I just want to ask you guys, like, what is the vision for your life? What is your vision for your life? Lisa, I know that what you typed here is not your vision. I know it's nobody's vision. And I just want you to tap back into one of the most powerful things that you have is your vision, the vision you have for your life, that and feeding your subconscious mind with the desires of your heart. And so I want to ask you guys, this morning, I've given you the key. I really have. Look at your money pattern. Look at the way it plays out in your life. Ask yourself, how would it feel if I live from an empowered thought? What would that empowered thought be? Start to change the narrative. So for me, I worked really, 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 I mean, I put in what it took to get my subconscious mind to think on autopilot. Money comes easily, consistently, and in large amounts. I didn't do it by myself. I didn't do it overnight. And all I know is thank you, God, that I did it when I did, so I didn't have to live more time outside of the vision I have for my life. What I want you to hear me say is whatever that vision is that you have for your life, it's literally right here in front of you. And the thing that's in between you and it is the story that's going on in your subconscious mind, right? I was listening to a podcast this weekend. Diane, thank you for sending that to me. And it was this guy. It was an amazing podcast. But the thing that I literally stopped it after he said this, and I put the phone away and I just drove for like another hour. And all I could think about was this for you guys. He said, the best investment you can ever make is one that allows you to collapse time. The best investment you can ever make is one that allows you to collapse time. In other words, you can spend the time and the commitment to work on your subconscious mind. And I can tell you, Bob Proctor says the fastest way to do it is a mentor and repetition. Just like I was able to coach that client this weekend, right? You can do it on your own, but what it's going to cost you is time. I'm never here to tell you you can't do it on your own, but I'm just here to tell you that success leaves clues. And the people who are successful and do this as quickly as possible have someone showing them exactly what to do. Do not believe that they just woke up lucky. It is not true. Don't watch these influencers and think, oh, they just had that golden spoon when they were born. It is not true. We've all had to do work. We've all had to get a mentor. We've all had to do what it took to change the story in our subconscious mind. But what that bought us was time. So instead of it taking me 10 years or 15 years or 20 years to live the vision for my life, I was able to do it in 6 months to a year. Right? And I then spent the next 15 years enjoying life. So for you, I want you to think about this morning. And again, this is my last invitation. I'm not going to talk about this ever again because we start on Monday. The train is about to leave the station. I asked you guys last week. Hold on, let me get this. If you are interested in coming on this journey, getting mentored, being shown the way to change this quickly so that that time thing collapses. You spend a short amount of time doing the work to change your patterns, change your subconscious thoughts, so that you spend a long time enjoying the manifestation of that work. That is what I'm inviting you to do. If that's you and you have not yet committed, even if you booked a call and you've done the thing where you went off in your fears and you fed your fears, come back. Just come right back. You were led here for a reason and you know it and I know it. So I want you guys to type the word only those of you. You guys, we've done over 400 calls. Right now I'm talking to the people who you need to do this. You know you need to do it. You don't need any more excuses. This is your time to collapse time. I want those of you to type the word freedom. Please do not book a call if you know you're not ready to go on this journey or you just can't. Please don't. This is not your time. But those of you who know your heart have been called, you've been listening all week, you've watched this video, you've done all the things, and you're just in your fear and you're holding yourself back and staying in your money prison. Here's your invitation. Last one. You don't want to be standing there looking at the train leaving and going, I knew I should have been in that group. I knew I should have been working with Tasha, right? So last call, let's do this together. Type the word freedom, or if you're watching on YouTube or another platform, you can also go to moneyandprofitmastery.com. That website will give you the details of the program, but really, if your heart's talking to you, that's the most powerful intuition that you have. We'll figure it out together. All right. Focus on your vision. Focus on the vision you have for your life. Let me tell you, you can spend a lot of time trying to figure this out or a short time investing in doing the work and then spend a long time reaping the rewards of it. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. I'm so excited to see the last ones of you that are going to come on this train with us. And those of you that have already said yes, get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Mwah. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. Remember, it's really easy. Look at your subconscious thoughts. That's what's happening with your money. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Bye.